So there are only two main objectives when designing a program for any client. Doesn't matter whether they want to gain strength, gain muscle, or lose body fat. There's only two. And you must adhere to these two main goals that you have hidden in your mind in terms of what you want to do with your client and in terms of the programming aspect. But you need to make sure that these two goals are always being accomplished from workout to workout. Now, the first goal relates to the second, so I'm going to show you what the primary objective is when we first train a client, and that is to create or increase work output. That's your primary objective whenever you train any client. It doesn't matter what their goals are. They can be an athlete that is a high jumper, could be a hockey player, football player, it doesn't matter. You need to increase work output. From here, work output is a byproduct of force times distance, otherwise known as intensity or load times volume, aka sets and reps. So breaking it down, it's basically how much weight you lift times the volume that you perform with that weight. As an example, we lift 100 pounds and we perform 1 rep. That gives us a total work output of 100. Just to keep it really simple and not get into all the math and all the other stuff. You lift 100 pounds, you perform 1 rep, that's your total work output. Your primary objective, doesn't matter what your goal is to increase this number. Now, that will change based on whether or not your goal is muscle mass or strength in terms of what you focus on improving. So do we want to increase the volume or do we want to increase the load? Because there's only two ways to increase work output. One is to increase volume and two is to increase the load. As an example, if we increase the volume here and we perform 2 reps, if we keep the weight the same, our output's going to be 200. But it's not likely that we can perform 2 reps in a row with the same weight. If this is our 1 RM, 100 pounds, and we can only perform 1 rep, we can't perform 2 reps with it because that's our 1 RM. So we have to reduce the load unless you perform 1 rep and then rest and then perform 1 rep. Okay? Now let's just say we perform 2 reps in a row. We're going to drop the load from 100 to 80. That gives us a total work output of 160. So that's just a concept that I want to show you of how we can increase the work output. We can change the volume from 1 to 2 or whatever it happens to be. This might be 100% and we can change it by making it 200%, whatever, and changing the volume to increase the work output. Now I want to apply this for you with a strength example. Let's say we do the traditional 5 sets of 5, 5 by 5. That's 25 reps. That's our volume. We use a load of 100 pounds for 25 reps. Our total work output is going to be 2,500. If I want to make sure that they increase on the next day, so yes, they can just increase the amount of weight and perform the same number of reps, that's great if they can do that. If they don't do that and they end up doing the exact same, then our work output is the same and there's no change. They could perform more reps, but more reps might not be what I'm looking for. I might just be looking for more load. So how do I get that to happen? Easy. We go like this. Let's say we add a set and decrease a rep. Our total volume actually is down 1 to 24, but because we've gone from 4 reps or 5 reps to 4 reps, we know we can increase the intensity, increase the load that we use for the total 24 reps. So let's say, for example, we use from 100 pounds, we go to 105. And again, if this was percentage, if you have 100%, we go to 105%, that'll give us an output. So that's always greater than before. So we have 24 times 105. 24 times 105 gives us the total output of 2520. Okay? There. Output. So we went up by 20, we'll say units. Okay? 20 units. That is what we call progress. We want to make sure we always progress when we are designing our programs and when we're executing them. Let's take it a step further, and we're going to go 8 by 3. Again, we have 24 total units of work in terms of volume, but let's up it from 100. We went to 105, now drop down to 3 reps. Let's say we do, as an example, 110% or 110 pounds. That'll give us a total output of 2640. Again, now we made a jump up 125 points. So you can see how easy it is to make sure we always progress, either by increasing the load or increasing the volume to make sure that we increase our work output. That is the primary objective whenever you train a client. And as long as you always have those two things in mind, and that these numbers are always increasing from workout to workout and from program to program, then you'll always make sure that your clients are getting results. In another video, I'll show you the second part, which has a lot to do with this one, and then you can take your results up to the next notch. I'm Jeremy Hudson. Let me know if you like this video, share it, and comment below, because I'd like to know if you have any questions or if there's something else that you want to know.